If you are a Christian Zionist who, as of late, have been bombarded with information telling you that Israel actually may not be such a good player in the political arena, and your commitment and your understanding of Israel being a beacon of truth to the world is starting to waver a little bit, then this video is for you. Yes, I too watched the Tucker Carlson interview with a Christian exposing what it means to live in the Holy Land. And I too, if I was in your shoes, would start to wonder, are the Jews really our friends? Is the government of Israel really doing good for the world? You see, you're compassionate and you care about what happens to children everywhere. That's probably why you are a Christian. And yet you're watching these videos coming out of Gaza, and your strength and resilience in supporting Israel is just starting to waver a little bit. Israel is looking really, really bad. And I get you. But there is a reason that you are experiencing these thoughts, and it is intentionally been designed by Iran and Hamas. And yes, that might sound insane, but there is truth to it. You see, the Christian-Jewish alliance was an unexpected one that started about 50 to 60 years ago, but has really proven itself to be an unbeatable force. Just look at Trump, look at the evangelicals, look at what we've managed to build in the country of Israel due to the amazing support of our Christian brethren across the world. Look at what we have become. You see, Iran recognizes what we've known all along, that a Jewish-Christian alliance is really strong, and it is going to be a big force fighting against radical Islam. You see, we have our morals somewhat straight. We understand good from bad, and we can recognize terror when we see it. And that's exactly what Iran and its proxies and everything going on in Gaza is. They're a terror hotbed using propaganda to manipulate the world. Now, when we saw what was happening with the left-wing movement in America, with the encampments, and with the woke mentality, which was clearly just arranged, it seemed clear to us that, oh my gosh, they're trying to erode our Western values. But what we didn't expect is that they would successfully come in and start to manipulate people that we agreed with politically. Christians, right-wing commentators, people that had made so much sense to us all along the way are suddenly turning on us. And that's because the Iran propaganda machine, the attempt to manipulate the world against the Jewish people and against Israel, is very sophisticated. They didn't just target the left. They targeted the right as well. And the reason they targeted the right so ferociously as of late, the reason it has gotten so intense, is because they know that our unification, our fighting against the terrible things that are happening in the world, against radical Islam, against the woke mentality, that is almost unbeatable. There is a reason there's a covenant from God that talks about the fact that the Israel belongs to the Jewish people, and that the Jewish people need to be supported and loved for there to be a good future of this world. And you probably know what I'm talking about, but they are manipulating you in the same way that they manipulated the woke. They are coming after the Christian Zionists and after everybody who supported Israel by turning our government into a terrible entity, by turning the words and the actions of the Israeli people into a terrible force, when the truth couldn't be further from that. They're propagating messages like Christians are hated in the Holy Land, when the truth is the Christians are persecuted by the Palestinian Authority, which, as you all know, is an arm of terror. It is important, despite being bombarded by information that makes it feel like maybe you're not on the right side of truth, to remember and to be able to identify what is really going on. And what is going on? Iran does not want, the Islamic Republic does not want a strong, united front with Christians and Israel. You know why? Because they see what that means for America. They see what that means with a Trump president. They understand that Trump actually can see the truth in what's going on and is going to support Israel through everything. And as long as America's really got Israel's back, Israel can't be defeated by the Islamic terror regime. And America will stand strong because it has moral clarity. And so they've started to come after the personalities, and they've started to come after the media, hoping against hope that they will confuse you. But you cannot allow yourself to fall for this. It is the devil reincarnated in real terms. It is the devil here in this world. Islamic radical Islamism is the worst thing to take over the world that has ever happened. And they are succeeding, and we are the last and strongest united front against it. So don't fall for it. That's my simple request. I'm an Orthodox Jew. You're a Christian Zionist. We have a lot in common, and we have a lot that changes us and that separates us. But most importantly, we both can identify the real enemy, and common enemies unite. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to be friends about everything that goes on. But we do all need to understand that we cannot forget the simple truth. Radical Islam wants the end of me and wants the end of you, and we have to be united against that. Hamas, everything happening in Gaza, it is all orchestrated and designed to pull on heartstrings and to make hatred towards Israel grow. But the simple truth, the simple reality is that Israel is the only ones fighting against this terror axis. We are the ones doing God's work in a real way to remove this evil and to fight back. And yet we are being painted and portrayed everywhere as if we are the real enemy. And that is their propaganda tactic. Get even our closest supporters to start to turn on us, and then maybe they have a chance. And so I'm asking of you, not just to remember your religious covenant, to remember that Abraham was given this land, gave it to the Jewish people, God gave it to us directly, and that your job is to support in that and to be a part of that, because that is part of being a Christian, a good person, a person who can see morality for what it is, but also somebody who doesn't fall for the wicked lies. And that's exactly what's happening at the moment. I beg of you, just don't fall for it. Don't fall for this manipulation. Don't fall for the narrative that Israel is the problem. They are trying to get you to forget that it is radical Islam, and it has always been radical Islam, that is the real enemy of the Jewish and of the Christian people together. My friends, we have never been stronger than when we are united, and we need your support more than ever. You see, the numbers are simple. The Jewish people are about 15 million in the world. We are nothing. We're so small. But united with the Christians, we are a huge group. United with the evangelicals, 300 million, we can actually fight back against radical Islam in a real way, which is why not only do we need you to not fall for this narrative propaganda that is starting to get to some of you as you have been messaging me privately, but more importantly, we need you to stand stronger in your faith, and we need you to stand up, because once again, this is not and never has been about Israel and Palestine. This is about Western Judean Christian morals and values against a radical Islamic mentality that wants to dominate the world. And we all have to protect our children and fight against it. Israel and Palestine, we're just the full front. And if they've managed to manipulate the facts to the point where even our closest friends are starting to believe it, then we have got to get to work, because we have a lot to do to fight back and make sure that we win and that they don't.